It happened again. It happened again, and what am I talking about? I'm talking about another 4K release that is a special edition this year that came out and is miraculously sold out everywhere, and it's happened to me this year. So let's go into it, and we'll start off with a little bit of story time about what happened. So, like all of you out there, I was ecstatic when Shout Factory announced that they had acquired the license for Hard Boiled and a bunch of other Hong Kong action classic films that are coming out. Like, we're getting The Killer, we're getting the Better Tomorrow trilogy, a bunch of movies, Bullet in the Head. A lot of really great Hong Kong action movies are coming for the first time, or for a long, it's been a long time since we've had them on Blu-ray, or since they've been accessible for American audiences. And so, like you, I was ecstatic. I don't get sent a lot of things to review. I know, not like a lot of other YouTubers out there. Maybe I should work on that, go talk to some PR people, but still, I, like the rest of you, I usually buy a lot of my stuff, like the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K collection. I did not get sent this, I bought this, just like you. And so, just like the rest of you, sometimes things get announced and they come and go and you kind of forget about them, or you say, I'll pre-order that in a bit, and then you just forget about it. And so then, Hard Boiled gets released on 4K about beginning of November-ish, and I go, okay, well, I'm going to buy it. So I go and look, and guess what? It's sold out everywhere. It is sold out on Amazon. It is sold out on Shout Factory's website from Groove. Thank you all for correcting that pronunciation in my video that I did about that, by the way. It's sold out from Walmart, Target, everywhere, Orbit DVD, Diabolic DVD, everywhere. And so apparently these issues are because of not artificial scarcity, but because they didn't make enough of them and they're making more of them and we're going to get another shipment. I have no news or information on that, but this is a part of a larger problem that we faced in 2025 when it comes to 4K releases that are artificially scarce for no reason. So story time begins right here. I did this and I went, I want this release. I really want to watch this movie in 4K, best possible quality, and I don't really want to wait for the Arrow Video version that's going to come out probably next year, and I don't really want to pay to import that version over to the United States. So what did I do? I went on Barnes & Noble's website, of all places, and I saw that one store within a 150-mile radius of me had it in stock. So I called them up and I said, hey, is this a mistake? Do you guys have Hard Boiled in stock? And they said, yes, we actually have one copy. And I said, can you hold it for me? And they said, no. Person on the phone said no. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to reserve it online then. Screw that. Did that. And then I got an email back that said, oh, it's not actually in stock. We can't reserve it, which sucks. So then I decided, okay, well, if this is a glitch or whatever, screw it. I'm going to drive the more miles than I'm willing to admit to go to this store to try to pick up this release, because it was, you know, it's $50 right now, or it was $50 from Barnes & Noble, and it's going for upwards of $100 on eBay with no end in sight for basically when this is going to get reprinted. Hopefully by the time that this comes out and everybody sees this, it is reprinted. We can all have it in our collections and we can laugh. But I drove down to the store and I said, okay, well, I'm going to go. I'm going to just check it out. Whatever. I love going to Barnes & Noble's anyway, so screw it. So I went down to the store, drove all the way there, listened to some podcasts in the car, and got there and said, do you have the one copy of Hard Boiled in stock? I tried it online. The guy said on the phone I couldn't reserve it. And the person at the kiosk, at the counter, said, oh, somebody actually has it on reserve. Someone has it on reserve. Wow. That's what I said. I literally said, wow. The guy on the phone told me that you couldn't reserve it. And so I'm going to assume that whoever this Barnes & Noble employee is that I talked to had a buddy that wanted it, or maybe they reserved it for themselves. I don't know. But I didn't luck out. I missed out on this, and so now I'm going to be sitting here patiently, hopefully waiting that they at least do a standard edition. And this is a much bigger problem when it comes to physical media collecting in 2025, going into 2026, that we have all of these releases. And I know, like Tron Legacy, the Steelbooks just got reprinted. That's great. Wonderful. They got standard editions, but they were in the UK, so you had to import them and all of that. I wanted the standard, the Steelbook for that because they looked pretty. Rocky Horror Picture Show had a steelbook here in the United States. That went out of print and sold out. Night of the Living Dead on 4K. That didn't even have a standard edition. It just had the 4K from Lionsgate, or Sony, or whoever put it out. I can't remember off the top of my head. That sold out as well. And it's part of a much bigger problem, and I know this is most likely not due to artificial scarcity from Shout Factory. They paid a lot of money to get these licenses for these Hong Kong action films, so I'm going to assume, like A Better Tomorrow and The Killer and the other movies that they're putting out, that those will be readily available for people to get, whether they're this specific collector's edition with the box and the booklet and all of that, or they're a standard edition, which is fine. It's great. Do what Arrow Video, if they're doing what Arrow Video does, where they have the first run that's like this collector's edition with the booklet and the box and everything, that's great. Then we can just get the standard editions after that. But it's just makes you think, because it's part of a bigger frustrating problem that has reared its ugly head here with these artificial scarcity. And I made a video about this. I said, we're in a physical media golden age, but this one thing could really upend that. And we are in a physical media golden age, and this one thing could upend that. Because if we start turning movies into limited run games, and if you don't play video games and you don't know what limited run games' business model is, it's basically to create artificial scarcity and FOMO of buying something, where they put out physical editions of digital-only games or physical editions of whatever that are cool and have cool packaging and toys and all this crap that goes into it. And then they say, oh yeah, it's only available for like a month and a half, sometimes less than that. And if you don't order it now, it'll be 5 times the price when you're trying to find it later. That, while it works for them, I don't really like it as a business model. And for this, with steelbooks and all of that, there are plenty of people out there that are steelbook collectors. Please, don't take this as me saying that steelbooks suck, I hate steelbooks, whatever. They're just not really my thing. Unless there's something different, where it's like, you know, the Nightmare on Elm Street collection, where it had the original theatrical art on the steelbooks. It's not really my thing. I would much rather have a standard edition or something like this, like the, you know, most of Blu-ray or 4K releases that we get. So this idea that physical media is turning into this thing where it's, oh, you can only get limited editions. That's a bit problematic, and that's a bit kind of sad to me, that this hobby that, you know, we all want it to be more affordable. I would love it to be more affordable. I've always said I don't care about how much my collection costs, because I don't. My collection behind me could cost $50, it could cost $1,000. I really don't care how much it costs at the end of the day. I care how much I pay for things, but I'm never going to resell any of the stuff behind me. So making it into this niche collector's thing, which people have been saying, yes, that's where it's going, like vinyl. But vinyl, you can at least get a standard edition. You can get a standard edition of one of Iron Maiden's albums, or, you know, Slayer, when they put out their 40th anniversary of some new album. You can get a standard edition of the vinyl, and you can get the Super Collector's Deluxe Edition. So we really need that kind of thing here, where we have both of these. And so, to summarize, to conclude, whatever, with this, I'm taking it out on Hard Boiled being scarce for now, hopefully, crossing my fingers. But still, it's an annoying problem that we've had in physical media land, and I think it's something that we really need to fix. So what do you think of this problem? Do you face this issue, or do you just, you know, are you, and you have spreadsheets of all the 4Ks and stuff that are coming out and you don't miss it? Because now it really makes me feel like, okay, well, if I want to get something, I have to spend money on it right away, and that doesn't feel good. So let me know in the comments what you think of this, what you think of this problem that we're facing in physical media, and how you think that we can fix it, because I love hearing from other collectors. I love hearing from you out there. So yeah, this is a problem, and if you want more ways to fix collection problems that you have, collection tips, collecting stuff, you can check out this playlist right here. It's got all of my collecting tips in one place.